Hello and welcome back to another Bad Movie Reviews review hosted by your favourite man who's always caught stealing from down under, Ben, and I'm reviewing none other than Caught Stealing, which you can probably tell from the title of the video, at the backing here, the thumbnail, so on. But Caught Stealing is the latest film from acclaimed director Darren Aronofsky. Now, if you're not familiar with his work, he has made some fantastic, impeccable films over the years, like none other than Requiem for a Dream, Pie, The Wrestler, Black Swan, Mother. His most recent outings being The Whale, which obviously won Brendan Fraser, whose Academy Award, which is quite funny because Austin Butler's in this, who was fighting Brendan Fraser for the Academy Award. I think it was Elvis at the time, but the film stars obviously none other than Austin Butler. You've got Regina King in here. You've got Zoe Kravitz. You have got Matt Smith as well, who plays Russ, and even Liev Schreiber and a few other well-known people. And this film I've been interested in for quite some time. Obviously, since the trailer came out, it looked very interesting. Plot-wise, it's set in New York City in the late 90s. I believe it came up in the title card. It was 1998 from my memory, but it's basically about a Austin Butler who plays somewhat of a was going to be a professional ex-baseball player, and he's essentially finds himself in the middle of a criminal underbelly, crossing, so on. And I was interested purely from the aspect that Darren Aronofsky, I think, is a great director, and I like most of his films, but usually speaking, they are probably not merely accessible to majority of people. There's a bit of surrealism amongst all his films, and this is definitely his most accessible film, and I could kind of tell from the trailer, but I had a lot of fun here. I think this is one of one for the not the ages, but it's a film that's come out in a time where obviously a lot of it is, we've got Superman, Fantastic Four out. There's still some kids films here and there, but it's a nice, refreshing change of pace for me. Obviously, coming out of just which I've still got more reviews to go up at the Melbourne Film Festival, where a lot of the films predominantly are extremely, extremely heavy watches. Great films, except very heavy. This was a nice change of pace, but I had a lot of fun here. It is an extremely fast-paced, entertaining thriller. It's about Austin Butler's a very standard run-of-the-mill man in the film that basically gets intertwined with these extremely really fun, interesting characters that are double-crossing each other. There's a lot of obviously action, chase sequences, and I think there's a lot of fun to have here. I think the cast is impeccable. I think this is potentially Austin Butler's one of his strongest performances post Elvis. Zoe Kravitz kind of demands the screen at all times when she's in the film, and Matt Smith is great as this eccentric, over the top side character. This, and everyone here is great and fantastic. And I think Darren Aronofsky is clearly having a lot of fun here. As I said, it's his most accessible film for sure, but it's almost, it feels like he's having fun having fun making it, which I can't really say for all his other films. And I don't mean that in any negative sense, because I think his other films are great, but you can just tell he's loving making this. It's an easy, it's a easily digestible film, but overall, I had a really, really good time with this. I think, as I said, the action's great. The plot kind of slowly builds up and seeps through, and there's a lot of great aspects here. It probably wasn't what I thought it was going to be, and I don't mean that in any negative sense or anything like that. It was genuinely surprising. Obviously, it's very much, I guess, like the trailer, but I don't know exactly what I was expecting, obviously, with Darren's previous work, but I think there's a lot of fun to be had here. It is great action, great performances, a very, very good director who knows what he's doing. So the film has that very grungy feel. It has an impeccable soundtrack to accompany it, but it does feel very filmy in the best way possible. It feels very 90s, and obviously there's a lot of films where it's definitely taking a lot of inspiration from, and I don't think that took away from anything here. But overall, I had a really great time. I think this is definitely a hit for 2025 and will be one of the hits that does really well, in my opinion, in the box office. I think Austin's a very bankable star. I think he is a movie star watching this. It's very much gives me the, early Brad Pitt days. He is extremely charismatic, and him and Zoe had fantastic chemistry. And it's a sexy film, it's a violent film. There's a lot, it just kind of merges the best of multiple different genres. But overall, I had a ball. I can't recommend this enough. I think it's a really great film. Overall, I recommend this one. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you have seen it, if you feel, you've seen it over the past day or so, comment below. Let me know what you think. If you like the review, give us a like. It means a lot. And subscribe for more. See you next time.